Welcome to OTTO-MATED, the space where our community unpacks the evolving world of work, especially where technology and automation are really changing things.
Yeah, and today we're digging into something pretty specific, something that's definitely been making waves.
Exactly. We're looking at this directive that came out from Tobi, Shopify's CEO, back in April 2025. He basically said, look, before you ask for a new hire, you got to prove AI can't do the job.
Mm-hmm.
And, this feels bigger than just Shopify. It seems like a real signal, maybe, of where things are headed, something
Yeah.
a lot of you in the OTTO-MATES community are probably thinking about for your own teams, your own roles.
Right. So our goal today is to really get under the skin of this mandate. What does it actually mean? Especially, like you said, for folks in accounting and finance. Is it practical? Is it innovative? Or maybe a bit unrealistic in places?
And we're looking at a few different sources, Lutke's actual memo, some news analyses from places like CNBC, MSN, Forbes, even the Marketing AI Institute, trying to get a rounded view.
Okay, so let's break down this Shopify mandate first. The core message seems pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, basically. Need more people, need more resources. First step, show us why AI isn't the answer. Prove it can't do what needs doing.
And it wasn't just a suggestion, was it? He made it clear this is an expectation now. Everyone at Shopify should be using AI actively, daily.
And get this, he even said AI usage will be part of performance reviews.
Wow. Okay, so that really puts teeth into it. It's not just talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like he's framing it as AI being this massive multiplier for productivity.
Mm.
He apparently shared examples of employees getting like 100x the work done using AI, doing stuff that just wasn't possible before.
100x, that's a huge number. It certainly paints a picture of potential efficiency.
It does. And you have to remember the context too. Shopify isn't new to AI. They have tools for their merchants already, like Shopify Magic, that sidekick assistant.
Right, so they're invested. And this comes at a time when, well, the whole tech sector is pouring money into AI, but also...
So doing layoffs, big time.
Exactly. Layoffs.Shopify tracked something like, 152,000 tech layoffs just in 2024. And Shopify itself has trimmed its headcount over the last couple of years. So that's the backdrop.
Which leads nicely into this point from an MSN article.
Yeah.
They basically said Shopify is just saying the quiet part out loud. Meaning that, yeah, AI is starting to replace the need for new hires in knowledge work. Other CEOs might be thinking it or even doing it quietly, but Lutke's just put it out there.
That's a bold take, and it raises some serious questions, doesn't it? Like, are companies actually preparing their people for this? Is there enough focus on upskilling or even support for the, financial and mental health side of such a big shift?
It's a huge question, especially when you look at, say, that Pew Research study from late 2024. It found, more than half of U.S. workers barely ever use AI chatbots. Some didn't even know about them.
Right, so there's potentially a massive gap between where some companies are pushing and where the workforce actually is. How fast is that gap closing? That's super relevant for everyone listening, for the OTTO-MATES community.
And it reminds me of that phrase, radical candor. The CEO of Fiverr, Micha Kaufman, apparently sent a similar memo, basically telling staff, get on board with AI for efficiency, don't just expect more hires. He reportedly said, pretty bluntly, AI is coming for your jobs.
Oof. Direct. Okay, so let's pivot this. Let's bring it closer to home. For accounting and finance professionals listening, how does this prove AI can't do it idea even work in our world?
Yeah, that's the core question for us, isn't it? It's one thing for coding or marketing, maybe,
Okay.
but accounting, finance.
Well, let's brainstorm. Imagine your team needs help with routine stuff. Data entry, maybe bank reconciliations, standard junior accountant tasks.
Okay.
Under the Shopify model, you wouldn't just post a job ad. You'd first have to seriously investigate. Are there AI tools, maybe ones you already have or new ones you could get, that could automate this? Could they do it accurately, reliably?
Right, so the default becomes tech first. Or, say you need more power for financial reporting, building models, running analyses.
Same logic. Before you ask for another analyst, the mandate would be explore AI-powered analytics platforms. Can they generate the reports needed? Can they provide the insights? What are their limits?
You could see this applying to auditing tasks, maybe parts of tax prep, even forecasting.
Absolutely. And, there's an argument that this could be really innovative. It could force a necessary review of how things are done, or are we stuck in old processes?
Could it push faster adoption of genuinely useful AI tools in finance departments? Maybe free up people for more strategic thinking, higher value work?
That's the potential upside, the innovative angle, pushing us forward.
But then there's the other side, the impracticalities. Are there parts of accounting and finance that just need a human? Judgment calls. Ethical dilemmas, understanding nuance that AI, well, current AI just doesn't get.
That's a crucial counterpoint. How do you even prove AI's limitations there? Is it a gut feeling, a complex scenario analysis? Could this just create layers of bureaucracy, justifying why you do need a person?
Yeah, could it actually slow things down? Or stop teams from growing in areas where, frankly, AI isn't ready yet, but the need is real?
These are really the million-dollar questions, aren't they? To make it less abstract, maybe we should touch on some real AI applications we're seeing now, or that are just around the corner in finance.
Good idea, like automated invoice processing. That's pretty common now, right? AI handling AP.
Definitely. And machine learning for spotting fraud patterns or assessing credit risk. That's becoming more sophisticated.
Natural language processing, too, reading through financial reports, contracts, pulling out key data points automatically.
Yep. And even basic AI assistants that can draft initial financial summaries or flag anomalies for human review. It's not science fiction.
No, it's happening. And it's interesting, you see leaders outside tech talking about this, too, like the CEOs of P&G, Citigroup, Levi Strauss. They're all publicly discussing integrating AI.
Right. But often the focus there seems to be more on augmenting people, making existing teams more efficient, making better decisions with AI insights, rather than necessarily replacing headcount as the primary goal, though efficiency gains often lead to workforce adjustments down the line.
It's a subtle difference in emphasis, maybe. Which brings us to Paul Repzer from the Marketing AI Institute. He looked at Lutke's stance and called it the right approach for leaders now.
The right approach? Why?
He argues there's this dual responsibility. Yes, try to keep your people, reskill them, upskill them. But you also have to be fiscally responsible. And in this era, that means seriously considering AI before adding headcount. It's just prudent business.
Okay, I can see that logic from a leadership perspective, being responsible with resources.
And Robser takes it further. He suggests that AI literacy and competency, just understanding and being able to use these tools, is basically becoming table stakes, a fundamental job requirement, almost like being able to use email or spreadsheets was years ago.
A filter for your employment, I think he called it.
Yeah. Which, if you're listening, really underlines the need to get comfortable with these tools, doesn't it? To proactively build that skill set.
Absolutely. And think about what that does to productivity metrics. If AI allows one person to do what two or three did before, does that mean a reset in what we expect in terms of, say, revenue per employee?
That seems almost inevitable, doesn't it? The benchmarks have to shift if the tools fundamentally change the output potential.
Retzer actually predicted that by the end of 2025, we'll see this Shopify approach become more common. Mandatory AI use, having to justify hires against AI capability, AI skills factored into reviews.
That's soon, like really soon.
It is. And that Forbes piece echoed this idea. They said AI isn't just tech anymore, it's a business imperative, a core operational mindset.
They laid out steps for leaders too, didn't they? Like make AI user requirement, tie it to real results, create accountability, build systems that can scale, and lead the cultural shift from the top.
Exactly. It's about embedding it fully, not just dabbling.
So wrapping this up, the main takeaway seems pretty clear. Shopify's move, while maybe blunt, isn't happening in a vacuum. It's a strong signal about where AI is taking the workplace.
Yeah, and the implications are potentially huge across all industries, but very much including accounting and finance. It's something we all need to be grappling with.
Which leads us to that final thought for you, the listener. Given how fast AI is moving, what specific skills, what knowledge should you be focusing on right now as an accounting or finance professional? Not just to stay relevant, but actually to thrive.
And maybe flip the Shopify question. How would you go about proving that AI can't do the unique, valuable things that you bring to your role? What makes your contribution uniquely human?
Definitely something to think about. We really hope you'll continue this conversation over in the OTTO-MATES community. Share what you're seeing, what you're thinking.
Please do. Your insights are incredibly valuable as we all navigate this together.
And make sure to join us next time on OTTO-MATED. We'll be building on these themes, continuing to explore AI and the future of how we all work.